Yo, folks, Evans Jacques back with another video, and you read the title, so let's get straight into it. All right. I bet if I pull up your calendar and your bank statement side by side right now, I can explain to you exactly why your money looks the way it does. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're lazy, not because you don't give a fuck, right? But because your money does exactly what your time tells it to do. Your money can only follow your directions, and your bank account subsequently is a reflection of your calendar. And once you understand that, once you grasp that, you can stop feeling confused about the money, right? Where'd it go? Do I have a thief in my house? Yeah, look in the mirror. And you can start seeing the patterns instead. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a time allocation problem. I'll say that again. Most of you do not have a money problem. You have a time allocation problem. We're taught to track dollars, but nobody teaches us to track the days, track how you spend them. And the days are what quietly decide where that money flows. Money doesn't just disappear randomly, right? The shit can't just evaporate out of your pocket. That doesn't happen. It simply moves in the direction your life points it. Slowly, consistently, but ever so predictably. Just think about this for a second. If your day is built around working, right? You're commuting, sitting, being quote unquote on, you're recovering, your money will naturally start to support that structure. Transportation, gas, insurance, maintenance, the food you didn't plan to buy but you're too tired to cook, just little convenient purchases, little parasites that eat away at your pockets. None of this means that work is bad. None of this means that you made the wrong choice by getting up this morning and going to that job. It simply means that there's a certain built-in cost to whichever way you choose to live. A job doesn't just pay you. It quietly builds a lifestyle around itself. And the more of your time it occupies, the more those costs feel unavoidable. Now, look at another pattern. Let's say you don't spend your time at work, right? You're just some jackass who's out spending his time partying, drinking, smoking, constantly chasing stimulation. Your money doesn't just evaporate either, motherfucker. It organizes itself around that rhythm. Alcohol, substances, the late night Ubers, the late night food after you get out the late night Ubers, the clothes you don't need, right? The hangover recoveries. Again, no judgment. It's your life. And this isn't about morality. It's simply about alignment. Your money follows your habits, and your habits follow your time. If nightlife dominates your calendar, nightlife dominates your spending. That's not a flaw. That's simple cause and effect. But there's one category that deserves special attention. Oh, this one is the silent parasite of our society, because it is the quietest, most slick and invisible, and honestly the most damaging one. And that's boredom plus screens. That damn phone, as our parents say, is that damn phone. If most of your free time is spent sitting at home, scrolling, being fed content, consuming, right, watching other people's lives like some creep through a window, your money doesn't just leak either. That motherfucker evaporates. You're up making late night impulse purchases on TikTok shops, subscriptions that you didn't even know you signed up for. Food delivery because cooking feels pointless, right? You're already sitting down doing nothing. Why get up and cook something? And most of the time, you buy tiny little trinkets, tiny little things that you don't even recall ordering. They come to the door and you're like, oh, is it Christmas? No, it ain't Christmas. You're a dumbass. And it's not because you're weak. Well, you are weak, but it's so gradual, right? It's so gradual. And the modern systems are designed to turn your attention into spending. This might be the most pathetic way money gets wasted. It's not one of those explicit, shameful ways, but it's just tragic because there's no memory attached to it. There's no experience. There's no growth. There's not even a story. Just small changes that add up to literally nothing. You're not even enjoying anything. You're not paying for joy. You're paying for just a distraction from boredom. And you're bored all the time, so you're always paying. And the scariest part about this shit is you learn to make it feel normal. Like nothing feels wrong in the moment. But the months go by, right? And suddenly people wonder why they're broke, unfulfilled, and restless. But let me offer you a key realization, my friend. Your money isn't broken, it's obedient. Paper, dollars, money is the greatest hoe that ever lived. And you're just the worst pimp that ever lived. That's why your hoe is not multiplying itself. It just listens to how you live. And here's where it becomes hopeful instead of downright depressing. Because the same rule applies in reverse, right? When you spend more of your time learning, your money shifts towards things like books, tools, skills and education, things that usually compound over time with consistency. Right? When you spend more time moving your body, getting active, your money flows towards healthy foods, good recovery, and longevity, not coping mechanisms. When you spend the time building something, a skill, a project, leverage in life, your money starts working with you instead of entertaining you. This is why budgeting alone feels exhausting, because budgeting tries to control the outcome without changing the inputs, without changing the symptoms. You're just symptom managing, not killing the root causes. Your calendar is the root of the system, and your bank account is simply the reflection. That's also why people feel like they quote unquote can't get ahead even when they make more money. I know all of us know somebody making 6+ figures who seems to be broke. It makes no sense, right? But it's because their schedule doesn't change. The expenses simply rise to meet that schedule. More income, same structure, same structure, same exact leaks. There's leaks in the boat, and the boat's just getting bigger. You're not plugging the leaks, you're just making the boat bigger. And I want to be clear here. This is not about quitting your job. It's not about becoming an extremist. It's not about turning your life upside down. It's simply about awareness. Once you see the connection between time and money, you can stop shaming yourself. You can stop with the, why am I so bad with monies? And start asking better questions, constructive questions. What kind of life am I structurally paying for? That's a powerful question right there. I'm going to ask it again. What kind of life am I structurally paying for? Because most people aren't irresponsible. They're just living inside systems that are expensive to maintain. And the good news is you don't need massive changes to see results. Small shifts in time create massive shifts in spending. It's just small shifts in how you spend and manage your time. One less night of scrolling turns into fewer impulse purchases. You plan one meal a week, it changes how your entire week feels. 1 hour a day of just learning something of value rewires priority over months and months of consistent application. Your money, again, it doesn't need discipline. It needs direction. It needs you to direct it. And the direction doesn't come from your bank app. It comes from your calendar. It comes from what you write the night before you go to sleep, how you plan your next day. So instead of asking where the money went this month, ask yourself, where did my time go this month? Where did my time go this week? What did you give your energy to? What did you reinforce? What did you build momentum around? Because wherever your time goes consistently, I promise you, your dollars will follow. And once you understand and grasp that concept, you realize something really, really important. You, my friend, are not trapped. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just one schedule change away from completely overriding your financial situation. And with that being said, I do have an appointment coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found value in this, like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we're building this thing one hammer swing at a time.
There is no waiting in creation, there is only being. To wait implies that your desire is distant, that it exists somewhere outside of you, that time must pass before you can have it. But what if time were an illusion?